Sindel real quickly.
I think we should start with the queen.
So, before we get into the gameplay, let's discuss who would play Sindel. What's her game plan? How does she work?
Well, Sindel from the very beginning, all the way back in MK3, and then you saw in 9 and the last game, has been kind of a space control, zoning character, but then these little dashes of swag with her flight.
MK9, she was a zoner, and MK11, she
so there's a little bit of
kind of zoner, but she still had some pretty good combos.
You know, basic keypad stuff, but then there's when you get your game going, she has some really cool combos and setups and stuff like that. So she appeals to someone like me, who's more straightforward, but then like kind of the technical people really, really like her too. She also is just, she's the queen. She's cool.
And she does.
So I'm a very straightforward kind of player. So that makes me happy to hear someone say that, because when we get into her mechanics in just a little bit, dude, she has some pretty bonkers mechanics. So yeah.
Some mechanics we'll show near the end of the breakdown that are kind of different. Something we've not done before. It's super exciting.
She has some exciting new stuff we'll show at the end of this breakdown that literally wouldn't have been possible before the Cameo system.
Let's take a look at the queen.
All right, so let's start with some of the basics.
First off, dude, her design is amazing. Like, this is one of the best Sindel designs I have ever seen. And really digging the costume. I like how they, actually, you're going to see it here in just a second, that they use her hair a lot, which is really, really cool. And it just fits really well with this the living forest too. So, dude, great design.
Two cool things about her in this game is she has these cool VFX, like this purple energy, and then the use of her hair.
Look at the space too. If you guys notice, like, there's a lot of space in between there, dude. She's a great. She looks like she has really good mid range.
Regal purple.
You can really play a lot of footsies. Good knockback. There's that dive.
She has really good range, as you'd imagine someone with magical blonde hair. And there's a couple normals I really wanted to talk about. First is forward 4, which
listen to that music. It's very
the last game.
Very MK2.
It's like kind of her main mid-range tool you want to use to get in.
And that's a mid, right?
Yes.
Good. More mids.
It has a really neat.
That was the biggest thing in the beta, dude. There was way too many highs. Way too, like, everything started with a high. I'm really glad that they finally have some mids in there, because we need those. And yeah, in her, I'm glad they have that. The forward moving cartwheel as a combo starter, or at least something that's safe to do on block.
Follow up. She jumps into the air. It's a low combo starter, and she can actually control how far she goes. She can do the close version.
Dude, a low combo starter. That's insane. That's super cool. And I really like her uppercut to a dive kick. That's looks like it's going to be a problem.
And actually land right in front of them.
Oh, you can cancel it.
Version.
Dude, dive kick options. This is like Cammy's hooligan. That's dope. So she can cancel. She can do a low pop up starter, or she can do a high. That looks like it's going to be so much fun, dude. I really like aerial options for this. So,
or she could just do it by itself. Go in for a throw.
That's a wrap.
Thank you. Go for this cool low, or one of her block strings. Another normals is back 2, which leads into an overhead, and she can combo into it, or you can do back 2 by itself and actually be airborne. Let's go over the special.
So I like that. Back 2 airborne for an option. That's cool. That's what I was looking for.
We'll start with the classic, the scream, the iconic,
of course,
quintessential Sindel. It's still one of her best combo starters. It stuns. They can't hear anything for a while. She's going to get a free hit. You can kind of do it mid-range if you think they're off.
So her normals are good. And she also has the scream, which is a great long range. And it looks like also, if you look at the projection of it, it like goes really high too. So I don't know if you're going to be able to duck or jump it, but it's a great combo starter and a combo extender. Look, I mean, that's insane.
You caught them sleeping, not blocking. Like I said, it's great to hit confirm. It's
whip punish.
Exactly.
I just throw it out.
Dude, whip punish.
All
yeah.
All the time. Then let's go over fireballs, which are always one of the most important kind of key things about her offense. She has high hairball,
Okay.
low hairball.
Which is
Perfect.
in the moves list.
Yes, that's canonical.
Yeah, and this is great because remember MK11. This is like the low fireball was a special option, dude, and now it's like a part of her kit. This is amazing.
Hairball. And then air hairball. New to this game is it's a straight, very quick fireball. It is not the downward arc it has previously done. You can do it really low to the ground and it's quick, and I think it's pretty effective.
Dude, she's gonna be a monster in the long range.
Her EX versions have some interesting properties. So, straight one will actually eat up fireballs.
Oh, okay.
So if you use a barometer or zoning war, you'll actually beat out their projectile. And the low ones are really neat. So she adds that little hair whip at the beginning, and up close, actually a hit that will pop them up. Which means in the corner, you can do cool stuff.
Oh, nice.
Get a combo.
Come on, Stephanie, you can do it.
There we go.
There, dude, that's so dope. That's such a good combo. That was so dope, dude. And that's without a cameo character either. Dude, throw a cameo combo extender in there, freaking, it's a game over. Dude, I'm so happy. She's a zoner with corner pressure. Freaking insane.
So it's neat. It turns this pure zoning tool up close into an actual offensive tool.
Dude,
Exactly.
that low fireball is going to be a
You can
problem.
also use that with your mix-ups, which gets to the next tool, her cartwheel, the overhead, straight from MK9. If you EX it, it has armor. It's really good up close. It's great as a wake-up attack. You can use it after a move like this. You can mix it up with low, her sweep, and a really fun down three. Look at that.
That's going to be such a... That's going to be a baller poke, dude. Sitting in the mid-range, just doing low pokes. That's going to be crazy.
You can't be on autopilot.
Right. And then lastly, she has the classic levitate.
Yes. Okay.
Float in the air, she can drop straight down.
Her levitate in MK11 was useless. I hated the levitate. And so this is what I was looking for was options. I really want levitate options, almost as if it's like a 3D fighter stance character, you know, or like Cammy's hooligan. This is what I'm looking for.
So like, for example, you're trying to zone. We can standing low fireballs to go under your hairball. Not very effective to low fireball when you're literally not touching the ground.
Right.
She can also cancel it, and she can do fun cancels. Like, for example, she can do the back two, be airborne, go under flight.
Not,
if you EX
nice.
it's actually significantly faster. And she has some true...
That's gonna lay on the pressure too. That kind of reminds me of Katana's flutter in MKX. So, which is really, really confusing because Katana will throw out something that's unsafe, do a flutter, and then just continue, you know, or kind of mix it up a bit. So that I think is going to be also a problem.
Block strings that they won't be able to interrupt.
Got it.
Now let's talk about how this can play into her cameo. I have chosen, set it to all. I have chosen Sareena, who we got a little taste of in the last trailer, but now we're actually going to show her moves.
Looking forward to
So
this.
her first attack is the blade. It's a very...
Look how fast, by the way, over here.
Down is pretty
Look how
quick.
fast that just throw those out
She
there.
also has Kia's blades. She goes
Kia's
full
blades.
Demon, throws multiple, they come back, and this actually leads into combos. So you can...
So she has Jade's boomerang, or Tanya's tonfas when they come back. If you EX MKX's Tanya her tonfas and it comes back, that looks like it's a great combo extender, which I think they're probably going to do right now. But dude, so Sareena has a projectile and a boomerang. That's nuts.
You can do fun stuff. You confirm that
Yes.
into a full combo.
That did look fun.
It is fun.
And in the
She can
corner,
really get up in the
throw
air.
down the AoE.
In a lot of
Yeah,
ways.
in a
I
lot
mean,
of ways. She also has her Demon Up Kick, which is a
Okay.
great wake-up attack. It's invincible. It's really quick. You can also
It's
use
kind
it
of like
as an
Frost's.
anti-air. And then lastly, she has a fourth move. Every Cameo has at least 3, and some might have more. So she's one of those. Jakata's Curse. She puts this rune on the ground, and while the opponent is standing in it, let's set it to default. Liu Kang's
Dude,
meter
look how
gains
fast
pretty
that
quick.
drains.
Yeah,
Oh, you can't, guys,
Yeah.
sorry.
Now,
Can't
this
see
is
it.
an ambush move, which means you can do it while Sindel's doing other actions.
Yes.
So, for example, while you have a combo going, you can summon her.
Oh, there's a lot of setups there.
Yeah, so you can imagine you can use that in the corner.
So it doesn't do damage, which initially, when I first saw Sareena, when she was paired with Havoc a while ago, for the Banished trailer, I thought that for sure that was going to be an AoE. Turns out it actually does no damage. It just drains your meter, which also is gonna, that your meter is everything in this game, dude, because you're going to spend a lot of meter for combo extenders. I mean, you're not going to get away with not using it. So I can imagine you putting yourself in the corner because Sindel has some crazy pressure. Put down that meter, you're not going to be able to do any combo breakers because you're not going to have the meter to do it. Dude, that's insane.
In the middle of your combo.
And that goes with
out,
anybody. Smoke, Reptile, anybody who's going to be a rushdown
She can
character.
give you nasty stuff like drain your meter so you can't break a combo in the middle of your combo.
She's not going to like breakers very much.
She does not, which is let's maybe get into that a little bit more. So let's go back to what we said earlier. Sindel has a couple of moves using the Cameo system. So, you know, Sindel in the lore, she's the queen. She has this commanding presence. She has, you know, what the kids would say is Riz.
Oh, they would say that.
Thank you. And, you know, she could use that to actually
Tyler
command
and Stephanie,
her
you're
Cameo
so
and
old.
Maybe more. So let's start with
I'll bet you they looked up what
Once
Riz
you
means
activate
before
it,
they started this
while
combat.
it's active,
Before they started the
cooldown
cast.
will be significantly faster for your Cameo. You can see normally this move's already pretty quick. Once she has this active, it's even quicker. And Sareena, she is recovering so fast her cooldown.
Just throwing them out
You
there.
basically do that like almost indefinitely. So you can turn what normally would be kind of a limited use move into something that you can just use almost like any other special move. Or some of the other ones like Kia's Blades that have a pretty long cooldown. It's significantly faster when she has that active.
Now she's giving herself up there.
Correct.
There is some, there, yeah.
Correct. But once you get it
But do
done,
Kia's
your
Blades
Cameo
use
is
2 meter?
substantially better. There's also
2
an
Cameo
EX
meter?
version with a really interesting twist. When she EX it, she's now commanding the opponent's Cameo, and if the
Ooh.
opponent tries to break, they will be stunned, and you get a reset instead.
That is, dude, insane. So you can EX your cameo buff, and you will literally be able to be unbreakable. Like you can't combo break. And if somebody does attempt to combo break, like I mean, Sareena already has that rune that she puts down that drains your meter. So let's say you do get full meter, you have to combo break, but I've already used that EX cameo buff. Now, if you do attempt to combo break, I'm just gonna, you know, do a full combo back on you. That's crazy, dude. That's nuts.
So let's show that again. I have the move active. When it goes for a breaker, you can see Sonya actually
dude.
like gets the little head and, you know, oh my god, I'm confused. And your breaker is not just disabled. Once you get that stun,
And there's
you
probably
have
some
to
gnarly
reset
combos
with
that
a
you can do
full
off of that as well.
reset.
Got it.
No
That was only like 15%.
breakers allowed.
Couple ways to avoid them, seems
Yes.
like for her.
There's also another really interesting move I'd like to show. So for this,
And I just also realized, like, good luck if you're stuck in a corner against Sindel and she has Sareena, put down that rune, and you don't have any meter to do maybe like an armored wake up. Game over, dude.
one, Sindel can take control of an opponent's cameo and stun them. So for example, I will call it out, and Sonya is actually dizzy.
Yep.
If Sindel is in the middle of doing this move, where she points, while the cameo is out, so you have to do it on a read.
There's the balance. You have to do it on a read. I actually think that when I first initially heard this, that she can take control of your opponent's cameo, I was like, dude, that's OP. You're just gonna take the person's cameo away because the game revolves around cameos. But I don't think that it's gonna be necessarily that big of a problem because you have to do it on read, which I think is gonna be pretty hard to do. So yeah, you have to do it when they're out and catch them in it.
Cameo is stunned for this entire length of time and cannot be summoned.
Okay.
There's also an EX version. With this version, Sonya will leave the screen and I gain control of her. And I actually get a free use of either of the cameo's moves.
And on top of that, look up over here. Not only are you taking control of your opponent's cameo, you're also using your opponent's meter. So when that's all over, opponent can't use their dude, that's crazy. That's
of my
nuts.
choosing. So for example, I now have Square Wave. And that use of
you can pick
cameo-
any of them.
Correct.
Not just
Any
the one
of
they were
Sonya's
doing.
moves. Right.
Got it.
I have control over it.
Which means you
for
have to
a
learn
pretty good amount of time.
all the cameos
And it
moves.
does not cost any kind of cooldown or anything. So you could actually do stuff like I could summon Sonya to start leg grab to go into a combo and then go into Sareena's demon like anti.
So do you only get to use it once?
If I wanted. You could even use 3 cameo moves in one combo if you wanted to.
People are gonna have some fun in training mode on this one.
Yeah, it's really, really neat. And it's something that's gonna, how effective and the way you use it's gonna change on what the opponent's cameo is.
I wonder how many times you can. I'm pretty sure you can probably only
Yeah.
use it once.
Do we want to do Fatal Blow? Is that
I
all?
think that's the best way we can finish, right?
Let's do it.
So, okay, I'm going to skip forward because, yeah, I don't want to get demonetized there. But so far, dude, Sindel has a low combo starter. She can take your cameo. She can buff her own cameo. She can stop the other opponent's cameo from going. She is a zoning monster. She has pressure in the corner. And dude, it's like she can, and she's anti-combo breaker. She can set it up to where if you attempt to combo break her, she can follow it up with a full combo. And that was only a 15% combo, dude. You can probably do some crazy combos after that, especially if you have like your cameo to use. Sindel looks nuts, dude. Sindel looks so crazy. I am definitely, she's who I'm starting with now. Initially, I was going to start out with Smoke and Ashra, but dude, I'm looking at Sindel. Dude, Sindel looks nuts.